shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24, Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball was part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They keep it with Fournette on first down. Tavon Young in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
The Buccaneers at 7-2 here on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think it's going to be tough to beat in this one.
In motion to tight end. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 7, operating from the 34.
Here's Brady to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he works free.
They'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now they bring a receiver in motion run. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Second and 5 now. Smith. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Brady going to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down. Shotgun now for Brady.
That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
39 yards.
And the Bucs have cut the lead back down to 2. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here.
Brady's going to look to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
Returning it, John Ross.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
We are in for a good one as we're through one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Throwing is Smith. And his throw here is incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's got some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 2nd and 13. Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
18, 18, 20 Ranger, 19 fight,
Just beating the play clock. Smith.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Brady. Touchdown! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Brady will look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. It's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Smith. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A shotgun snap for Smith.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis. He's got room at the 30.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Gabriel Davis
65 yards.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And brought in by Braid. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Brady.
Open man is Braid downfield.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady.
And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath
as we send you back across the Atlantic to Orlando as we say Guten Tag to our guys standing by. That's Jonathan Coachman. Coach?
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 32 that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Slot man moves right. From the 35 on 2nd down. Smith looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
Here we go.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. This is caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Stephon Diggs, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here,
his throw on third down there is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. Things that we talk about in basketball, they're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
19 strikes, 19 strikes.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Smith. This complete to Lockett. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Running right, here's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. Gino now to throw. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. This is the tight end fan. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. The slot man in motion right. Here's Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now they send a man in motion right. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Gino's going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
70 Rangers, 19 tight, 19 tight. Come 19.
Smith on first down.
Getting the football to Davis on an out route. On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Smith. It's caught. Lockett. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To the air again, Smith.
Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Gino on 1st down.
Going right back to Fant.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Here we go, quick!
Smith throwing again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Understand he's just down 1 possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now Gino. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the 1 play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Fournette running out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down. Brady going to go on fourth down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Now Brady bats his forward on the jet sweep. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control. But still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Now Ross to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Smith. And Diggs has it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. For that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, it wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last throw here for Smith. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. Now a first throw here in overtime. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Jones now in motion left.
Fournette once more on second down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41.
128 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Hey, 66. Let's go up. No, 66.
To throw, it's Brady. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
First throw here in overtime for Smith.
Gets this to Fant.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
7 Congress. Buffalo 18. Warriors 17. 18 Congress.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith.
He gets this complete to Diggs.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
And now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
On 1st down, Smith. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan.
So an interception on one side and then an interception on the other. So both quarterbacks, Charles, with turnovers here in overtime.
So apparently one good defensive play deserves another. Both sides coming up big in overtime. Both getting interceptions, trying to set up their teams to score and win the game.
They begin with a run by Fournette.
And that not what they wanted. They lose yards on 1st down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, 66.
Brady now to throw. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And